We have 3 proclamations and a full public agenda with 5 people. I don't have anything to highlight on page 2. On page 3, number 1 is one of Wichita's success stories, custom metal product, JR Custom Metal Products. They're planning another 12,000 square foot addition to their building. It will be used for assembly and storage and distribution operations. $1.6 million IRB requested that would allow them to get 80% property tax abatement and a sales tax exemption on construction materials. Number 2 is, again, another success of the council's policy regarding spec warehouses. This would be a 200,000 square foot warehouse constructed in Iron Horse Industrial Park, $17.5 million IRB project, 95% tax abatement for the first 5 years, and with adequate performance, 50% for the second 5 years. Also, they would be qualified for a sales tax exemption. Number 3 is a large project. This is our sanitary sewer treatment plant improvement project that we call BNR. This action would approve the submission of the WIFIA and state revolving loan fund applications for the project, which will total $377 million in total cost. Number 4 is approving the design contract for phase 3 of the wetlands project. This would allow for extension boardwalk, what's known as the duck blind pause point for visitors to the park, and appropriate art components. That's all on page 3. Page 4, we're recommending that the council name the Diversity, Inclusion, and Civil Rights Advisory Board as the naming advisory committee for a request we received from residents to overname a portion of Volusia for Pastor L.E. Montgomery, who just recently passed away. That's all I have on page 4. On page 5, you have number 1, received MAPC approval, but DAB voted to deny, and that's in District 6. It's a conditional use request. There is a zoning, rezoning request on number 2. This is in District 1. MAPC approved it, the DAB approved it, but was subject to alternate conditions. Number 6, excuse me, page 6, number 3, this is in District 6. This received MAPC and DAB approval, but with different conditions. And then number 4, I'm not sure I've seen this before. This is a zoning request in District 4, and MAPC approved rezoning to one classification, and the DAB approved rezoning to a different classification.
Wow.
Yeah. Staff's here if you have any questions on that, I think. That's all I've got on 6. Page 7, number 1 is approval of the annual agency plan, the capital fund program, and then the 5-year action plan for the Public Housing Authority. Nothing on page 8. I think that was Gene Rayburn calling.
It was.
Yeah, that's. Page 9, 3A is actually it's construction. The city is required to fund water line improvements in Andover because we supply water to Andover. This is connected to an improvement project on 159th Street. And down at the bottom, number 4, this would authorize the full funding for the Brewer Community Event Center. You've already approved $8 million. This would then approve the remaining $2 million. Page 10, number 5, this is an amendment to an agreement you approved earlier with the KBI for the funding of overtime costs associated with the DEA high-intensity drug trafficking area task force that we serve on. Number 7 would establish a permanent easement on city-owned land so that the airport authority can construct an access road at Jabara for property located on the east side of the airport. Number 8 is a sale of property in District 6. You declared this land surplus back in 2019. It's a sale of about 36,000 square feet for $30,000. And right now the buyer is anticipating constructing affordable multifamily rental units on the property. I don't have anything else on 10 or 11. On 12, just one item. Number 14 is establishing the housing choice voucher payment standards for 2023. Mayor, that's all I have.
All right, questions for the manager?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my understanding that there's been some discussions about getting ready for our legislative agenda on state legislation, and Marley's here if you'd like to have her make a few comments.
Sure.
After visiting with all of you.
Welcome, Marley.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. We are in the initial stages of developing the 2023 legislative agenda. We are talking about a draft agenda right now. We'll have a more final agenda circulating in November and for approval in December. During the session, we'll send out Friday updates. I will be available, and I didn't know my face was that big when I do present at these meetings, so I will be available that way, or please email me at any time with questions or comments.
Excellent.
Thank you.
It's good to have you. Further.
Thank you, Marty. Mayor, we probably should introduce Interim Chief Troy Livingston, who is here with us today. Welcome.
All right, who did the one clap? We could do that better. Welcome. Hey. Very good. Good to have you.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right. With that, I do want to introduce Isabel, who is interning or shadowing for the day. She is a student at Udall High School. She's a senior, and she's also a elected official. I believe you're the president of the student government. Is that correct? Oh, very good. She'll be shadowing today, just observing what we do at the local government level, and she wants to go into law school after undergrad. So more power to you, and we're happy to show you around and give you a crash course on what we do here at the city level. So thanks for being here. Anything else? Any announcements for the good of the public? Councilmember Fry, I think we got something to do with chili this weekend. What? Can you tell us what's going on?
Starts at noon, Douglas and St. Francis. We'll be there till probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So $5 tasting kit, about 60 teams. So good times. So looking forward to it.
Excellent.
Eat chili.
Eat chili.
Eat chili.
Blue Bottle, you're gonna be there too, right, Jeff? Jeff,
What's that?
you gonna be there tomorrow as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
After dinner.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a haircut today, and they're asking me about the chili thing. So
Oh, good.
I know it's buzzing around out there.
There's a lot happening in Wichita this weekend. This is the best time of year to really get out and do a lot of fun things, so.
Definitely.
Woodstock, Cooking for a Cause. Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everyone.
There's nothing to do with Wichita.
Nothing to do. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,